Howdy ho neighbors, Rado Goji here.
And I'm Soylent Greg.
And welcome to another session of Drunk Mega Man Anniversary Collection. And as you just heard, Greg's actually with me this time.
I'm a special guest for this episode of Drunk Mega Man.
Or the next few episodes, I guess, depending on how long I record for, but...
Fair enough. Today is St. Patrick's Day.
So we're just going to date this video pretty much right after that. You're probably not even going to see this until, I don't know, Earthbound may be over by the time we get this out. I don't know. I actually, this past week, I haven't uploaded anything, but when we last left off, or my last session, I beat Mega Man 6, and then I played...
Look at him giving Mega Man the side eye.
I played part of the one of the arcade games, but I'm just going to go straight into Mega Man 7 here.
Cool.
Mega Man 7 was for the Super Nintendo, so this is the first non-8-bit one.
Okay. Where did this fit into the, was this before or after Mega Man X?
This was after Mega Man X.
Okay.
I think this was released after Mega Man X 2 or 3.
The world cheered Mega Man, except for certain media outlets.
The Huffington Post called him a racist.
I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying Fox News is in the pocket of Big Wiley.
Boot. So I actually did try to get a little bit of practice in on this, because I have this on my 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get too far into it, because the first stage I go to is kind of a doozy, but unlike most of the drunk runs that Greg is usually present for, I'm not trying to necessarily beat the game in one
we're
sitting.
not putting that kind of pressure on ourselves ever.
I mean,
again.
this is the fourth session of this particular Let's Play, so...
Yeah.
It's just however long, and you usually leave like 10:30, right?
Yeah, roundabout.
So, even then, I'd probably play a little bit more after you leave.
Roundabout. Searching for their master, Bobby Fischer.
I'm not as big of a Yes fan, I guess, as you are. I heard Roundabout. I thought that was okay, but fairly recently.
Already starting off on the wrong foot, shitting on Roundabout. How can you know?
I didn't mean to say it was bad. It's just not.
Oh my God, no! Our cities are attacked by. Oh, he sees us! He sees us! Ah, he sees me! No!
There's the Bendy Man! Murder your family!
The Mega Man told me to murder my family. Oh, okay.
So yeah, pretty much when you start off the game, there's actually an opening stage in this game. That's Otto, the big green... I mean, not the truck, but the guy who looks like the truck.
Okay.
He's a new character who was introduced in this game.
So this is definitely different. We've got Mega Man talking.
Yeah.
We have an introductory scene. This is...
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
I
wondered how they would deal with the platforms and things that are in every Mega Man game. They wouldn't have made it far in Airman stage. Let me tell you.
Yeah, let me tell you. I'm surprised I made it as far as I did in Airman stage.
It's dangerous to go alone. Oh my God, yes. I want that as an amiibo right now. Mega Man with the little whatever the fuck you call those.
The Met helmet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they were, because this did come out after Mega Man X, they were taking a lot of, pointers from that game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you can definitely see similarities in the graphical style.
But that's why there's an introductory level, I think. Not nearly as much cutscenes in Mega Man X, but, because there's another cutscene here.
Oh, and Dr. Light is 2 feet away! No, I'm fine, I was just taking a lie down.
And if you've been following this this particular LP for a while, you'll recognize this song as the song that played during Top Man stage, because I had the remix music on. And for whatever reason, it picked this song instead of just doing a remix of Top Man song.
Oh no, they're bombing the Hitler building!
That's good! I think that's supposed to be the jail or something, because,
Why do they keep him in, like, the Xanadu jail? What?
It's a future jail.
Oh, it's a future jail! In the future, jails are nicer than our houses.
Alright, now it's game time.
Nice.
The rapid fire and slide buttons do not work anymore.
Okay.
And I don't think that difficulty level can really be changed in this one. I know that was a thing for 1 through 6.
Okay.
But I do know that the
sorry, go ahead.
The final boss in this game is a pain in the ass, and that's the one part I'm not looking forward to with this.
I like how we go from like pristine city to complete desolation in like one city block. Like it's like it's like a normal American city. So the first thing that jumps out at me is that Mega Man. Obviously, I'm not as scholarly towards the Mega Man games as you are.
Right.
First thing that jumps out at me is Mega Man seems to be taking up more of the screen here than he does in Mega Man X.
I'm really not sure about that. Maybe it's just because of the they're trying to emulate the graphical style and make it more like the older games.
Wily.
Because they're not as mature and edgy as Mega Man X.
Fair enough. So, I want to sit in the design meeting for this guy. So he's got a big rolly thing. Okay, does he roll over Mega Man? No, his hair comes off. It's, a giant blade, and this doesn't hurt or anything. It doesn't dig into his brain, Oh shit. We are drinking, by the way, incidentally.
Well, of course, it's a drunk run.
Tell them what we're drinking, Patrick. We have Devil's Backbone Vienna Lager. I'll tell them, apparently.
Okay.
We have Devil's Backbone Vienna Lager. We have the Kraken, of course. Jim Beam Kentucky Fire.
Of course.
Pepsi. All Dressed Ruffles and beef jerky. Oh, and I think I saw
Rice
Krispie treat.
That's a Rice Krispie treat.
Nice. So yeah, we're living large.
Yeah,
we're smoking cooked and living so lovely.
Yeah, I usually get a lot of snacks for when I get drunk, so I don't die. But last time, if you've watched any videos before this one, you will know that I got. It was like the first time in a while that I actually had like a decent amount of bourbon.
Uh-huh.
So I was absolutely trashed.
Bourbon is good. I love bourbon. So today is St. Patrick's Day, the day in which our nation celebrates alcohol in all of its forms.
It's my patron holiday.
Fuck yeah. The day in which all the snakes were kicked out of Ireland to become Wall Street bankers and prison guards.
I did that. That's St. Patrick. That's me.
Okay, so we've got 4 robots here.
Yeah.
So tell us about what alcohol means to you, Patrick. What do you drink? What don't you drink?
What don't I drink?
Yeah.
Well, I basically, when I do drink, I just drink what I normally do.
That's deep.
I thought you were
that's what
talking about more of like an existential thing. It's just, my life is a hollow lie, so I've been drinking a lot lately.
I enjoy alcohol. It's good stuff.
I do. Well, I do as well.
Our ancestors have been drinking for thousands of years. It makes life worth living.
Especially me, because I'm mostly Irish.
Exactly.
I picked up an energy tank, by the way.
For me, I drink rum and whiskey are number 1 and 2. But they're sort of like the Tolstoy and Dostoevsky of drinking. Like they're 1 and 2, but they're like so close you could like barely fit a playing card between them.
Right.
Tequila is far in third.
I don't have.
And mostly just for mixed drinks, and don't really drink gin or vodka at all. I have some vodka and some gin, and my drinking cart at home in case we have people over who do drink gin, filthy limeys or whatever, but
or Jordan
or Tim. Yeah, I don't do those typically.
I had vodka on one occasion. That was that time I went to that Halloween party at your house years ago, and I got absolutely trashed. I had some of the one of those little mini bottles of I think it was Smirnoff vodka.
Oh yeah. Well, you weren't even drinking good vodka. You were drinking Smirnoff. But,
I used to drink like those Smirnoff Ice things like all the time.
Oh
when I was
yeah.
younger. That was like my drink of choice, and then I started having, big boy things.
I never really had that phase. I pretty much didn't drink until I was in my mid-20s. Like I was oh shit, you died. I was a huge goober when it came to drinking.
A goofy goober?
Yeah. And it wasn't until I had a girlfriend who drank, whose family were pretty much functioning alcoholics, that I started drinking And they drank, terrible. They drank.
Is this the girlfriend I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Okay.
They drank, macro brews like Coors and Miller's Light, Coors and Miller.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I'm already starting. No, not Pabst.
Because
I'm already starting to feel the alcohol here a bit.
First, statement one. That does explain a lot. if the girlfriend is the one that I'm thinking of.
Yes, she is.
And
two, that's I got a taste for alcohol.
I'm fairly sure that, Pabst Blue Ribbon was one of the things, because I remember I was working at Food Lion one time, and you came in with her and got Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to card you because that was my job.
Oh, yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, even Food Lion is carrying fancy ass beers now.
I've
noticed
really?
That.
I haven't been there in a while. I go there every once in a while, but I mainly go to Aldi.
I same here. I mostly go to Aldi. I'll go to Wegmans for fancy shit occasionally. Not for staples. Staples I will buy at Aldi, but I'll buy fancy cheese or fancy meat.
Fancy cereal.
Eggman's. No, I eat I eat Malt-O-Meal Frosted Flakes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's a term for this. Is there a term for when you actually prefer the shitty generic brand of something to the fancy brand?
I don't think so, but
because I like the shitty giant bag of Malt-O-Meal version Frosted Flakes better than Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Fair enough. I remember when my brother and I were younger kids, when we were still living in Minnesota, I think we had those Malt-O-Meal stuff a lot because our parents did not have a lot of money. But if I get more expensive stuff, I'll sometimes go to Kroger because it's the comic book store is right outside. I haven't been to the comic book store in a while. I need to catch up on all my stories.
Oh yeah. Well, all that's digital now.
I support my local comic book store because my local comic book store is awesome.
I don't know what comics do you read?
Green Lantern, The Flash, Doctor Strange. There's a Back to the Future comic that I've been reading. I read a whole bunch of other stuff too, but I kind of cut down on it because it was getting to be way too much. But it's mainly Green Lantern and Flash and Doctor Strange.
I don't read comics a lot. I will occasionally check some out from the library. I read Ta-Nehisi Coates' run of Black Panther, and okay. I read the first 2 or 3 trade paperbacks of Alias Jessica Jones because I liked the show. But I'm not a huge comics guy.
Did you see the second season of Jessica Jones?
No, I have not watched the second season of Jessica Jones yet. It's on my to-do list when I'm not writing writing smut or writing my new horror novel that I'm working on.
But it's I watched it recently. It's good? It's good. I don't think it's as good as the first season.
No.
But it's still pretty good.
Cool.
And I was I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say it.
Oh no, it's fine.
But you know how in the first season, David Tennant basically stole the show?
Oh yeah, he was great.
He makes a return as a delusion.
Oh, excellent! I was wondering
for a couple of episodes.
Yes, they do the Batman thing,
more or less for a couple
the
episodes.
Batman video games thing, where it's
Batman
spoilers. Batman kills the Joker at the end of Arkham City, and it's like, well, how do we get? And you hear Mark Hamill's going to be doing work for Arkham Knight. It's like, how do you bring him back? Oh, you have Batman poisoned and going insane, and have him have wacky delusions of the Joker, which are even better than when the Joker was alive. Yes, that's excellent.
I'm not the hugest of Batman fans, but I do like me some Mark Hamill Joker.
Oh hell yeah! Mark Hamill's Joker. Mark Hamill's Joker is the shit.
I think the only other Joker that all the Jokers that I've seen are very well done, in different ways. I haven't seen Suicide Squad, so.
I was literally about to be like, what about Jared Leto?
No, I did not watch Suicide Squad for the reason that I don't like the Suicide Squad.
Oh shit!
There's spikes at the top.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. It's like Bubble Man stage.
Yeah.
I watched Suicide Squad. I did not see it in a theater or anything. I don't remember how I saw it. Like Redbox or something. Or it was like on demand on the cable box or something.
Yeah, I never bothered.
It was real bad.
So like the only Joker performances I've seen are the ones that are worth a damn. But like my favorites are, I mean, obviously Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah.
Cesar Romero as the Adam West Batman Joker. Because of the way the Joker was in the comics at the time, Cesar Romero nails that.
Yeah.
And
he nails the I don't know what would you call that era of comics? Silver Age.
The Silver Age, yeah.
Yeah, he nails that like goofy Silver Age Joker perfectly. I'll show them how many boners the Joker can make.
Yeah. And then of course you have Jack Nicholson in the Tim Burton movie, which is in the Tim Burton Batman
Heath
movie.
Ledger.
Oh yeah, Heath Ledger is like the only reason that the Dark Knight was good.
Yeah, he killed it in Dark Knight.
But yeah, a favorite by far is Mark Hamill, because Mark Hamill is such a delight, no matter what he's in, really.
Oh yeah.
If you've seen The Flash, the CW Flash TV show,
I have not.
He plays the Trickster, because he was actually the Trickster in the 1990-something Flash TV show that was only on for the season. And he was basically literally reprising his role. And basically the Trickster, Mark Hamill Trickster, is the same thing, more or less, as Mark Hamill Joker.
Nice.
And
oh shit! Oh, Jesus, that was close. What are these things? They look like eggs.
They're bombs. Yolks. The yolk parts are bombs.
So this is where Hideo Kojima got the idea for the guy in Metal Gear Solid 3, whose name I can't remember, who sends grenades at you with bees. The bees carry the grenades at you. You really got to play Metal Gear Solid.
That was the end, right?
No, the end was the sniper.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. That's the Pain.
The Pain. Thank you. I'm like, the Fury was the cosmonaut. The Sorrow was the river guy.
I know some things about Metal Gear. Not a lot, but some things. Again, it's just one of those things where I want to watch Let's Plays of the game or whatever. Because those who know me know that I hate stealth games.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be in on the gameplay, but it's just like a game series that I want to watch somebody else play in some way, shape, or form, just so I can get the story, because the story seems really interesting.
Speaking of Mark Hamill, I am one of the few people in this planet, apparently, who... Well, not that few, but I'm one of the few people who did not really enjoy the new Star Wars movie. I don't know if you've seen it. But
no spoilers, please.
But no, I'll just say Mark Hamill, even though I didn't really enjoy that movie very much, Mark Hamill fucking killed it as Luke. So. Well,
that's because people don't care about the old characters anymore. All they care about is Rey and Kylo Ren. I don't like Kylo Ren, by the way.
Okay.
I think Kylo Ren, and at least in The Force Awakens, was an annoying character.
Danger Rap. It's like Cling Rap, but Danger Rap.
Yeah, Danger Rap it shoots out the little bubble thing that has a bomb in it. And it kind of goes upwards in an arc, and it's going to be extremely helpful for the next boss we're going to fight.
Oh, nice.
Because I haven't been explaining any of the mechanics as like I normally do in this.
Come closer, kids. Step into the trap. I'm going to do the Danger Rap. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well.
Grant Kirkhope, please come on to our show.
I'm feeling it a little bit.
So, I haven't explained anything about this game so far. So there are still 8 Robot Masters in the game, but you fight 4 first, then you do another mini boss fight, and then you get the other 4. Mm-hmm. So we just beat Burst Man. Then there's Cloud Man, Junk Man, and Freeze Man.
Junk Man looks pissed off.
Oh, he is.
Because he's made of stinky junk. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Cloud Man.
Don't blame Capcom. They didn't design him.
Oh, Capcom didn't design Cloud Man?
Capcom didn't design any of the Robot Masters from Mega Man 2 through Mega Man 8. They were all contest winners.
Really?
Yes.
Every single one?
Every single one. And I don't know if I
Then it's kind of amazing that the ones in 3 turned out as good as they did.
Yeah. And 2 of the ones in Mega Man 6 were from a Nintendo Power Contest.
Nice.
Nightman and Windman.
A Nightman, Fighter of the Day Man.
He's making it rain. Not really much else to say.
Yep, no.
We've also been... you may have noticed I picked up an R item in the last level. There are RUSH rush plates. And... Yep. Again, I'm fairly sure that's where Rush the Dog got his name, because everyone else is music themed in their naming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't he be?
But when we get all 4 rush plates, we'll get a special
Snow Dog.
No. Remember in Mega Man 6 where we had like the awesome power armor and the jetpack armor?
Yes.
We get something like that. When we get all 4 of the rush plates.
I was totally expecting to say no, but you actually said something I do remember. Now we've made it rainy and sure.
And if you hit those things with those dudes with the Freeze Man's weapon, they'll make it snow.
Oh, nice.
And there are certain like invisible platforms that'll be easier to see in the snow. But I'm fairly sure we can still get the U plate here. Even with the rain going on, because I kind of know where the platforms are. And
when seasonal depression gets you down, Chantix can help. Oh, God!
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I
see.
So
there's going to be a... these guys are back. Those guys from Airman
an egg?
Oh, sweet God!
I'm helping you!
But yes, like
that's C-Lab, guys. If you haven't watched C-Lab 2021, you probably weren't like 21 in like the early 2000s,
like we were.
Yes.
But yeah, also if you plan to watch C-Lab 2021, don't go too far into season 2 because it sucks.
Yeah, just and when Murphy, even if you still like it, when Captain Murphy bows out. Because he died.
His
voice actor died. Stop watching the show. Just stop watching the show.
I mean, that first episode is good, but after that it's not.
Yeah, it's not good.
All right, I'm gonna come back for that later because, quite frankly, I'm not.
Oh dear God, the slowdown.
I'm not really feeling it right now, so I'll come back when I have the ice weapon that can make it snow.
Oh, there we go. We can see again. Speaking of comic book stuff from 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Have you seen Black Panther yet?
I have not.
Oh, it was really good.
I don't really go to the movies that much nowadays. I've been watching the Marvel movies and stuff as they come out on Netflix.
No, because they do tend to, so I'm sure it will.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. But the latest of the Marvel movies I saw was Guardians 2.
It was probably the first Marvel movie I've watched in a while, other than like Guardians of the Galaxy, that didn't make you feel like you needed to have seen like 6 other movies.
Right.
Because I tried to watch, not too long ago, I tried to watch Captain America Civil War on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's the 3rd Captain America movie, and you pretty much also have to have seen Avengers 2.
Yeah, and I had not seen Age of Ultron, and I'm like, oh good, what is all this? I feel like I've been dropped halfway into somebody's movie. Oh.
You should see Age of Ultron, though. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. It's been a long time, Mega Man. I've been alone.
Here's a little information. Your weapons can be used to discover hidden areas.
Like the one between my legs.
Try using the flame weapon in the woods.
Eastmost Peninsula is the secret.
We'll get to fight Proto Man later. And get his shield.
10th enemy has the bomb. Or is it 12th enemy?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't really like that game that much, so... I don't remember all of the old man sayings, because I don't play the game anymore.
Yeah, I was really pissed because Kotaku did a thing.
Of course they did. What? About what? About what?
Kotaku did a thing like a week ago where they ranked the all of the Zelda games from worst to best. And yes, Spirit Tracks was right near the bottom.
Well, as it should be.
But, both, not just Zelda 2. I would expect Zelda 2 to be near the bottom. But they also put, the original NES Zelda right next to it. And I'm like, fuck you!
That's a fair assessment, I think.
No, fuck you!
No.
The first Zelda is awesome!
Let's just agree to disagree on that one.
I can't remember. I think number 1 was Breath of the Wild, of course. And
because it's 2018.
And number 2 was Link to the Past.
Okay.
I can't remember. Ocarina of Time was surprisingly low, too. It was like 7th or something like that. I can pull it up later and we can bitch at it.
This is why Cloudman is easy.
Hey, you, get off of my cloud. Oh, Jesus.
We can get him
please! Oh, you said I was easy, did you?
It's got to make sure that...
Oh, you're done!
Yes, we got to make sure that all the bombs hit him, but, I think... Oh, I was about to say, I think the animations froze on that.
Oh, dear God, it broke.
I'd rather not have to do the stage all over again.
The Mega Man aesthetic reminds me a lot of, like, the Phantasy Star aesthetic. Like, bubble... Like, there's a lot of, like, tall, slender, like, primary color buildings and, like, bubble domes. I'm not sure if it had something to do with, like, the limitations of 16-bit graphics at the time. Although, the,
Wasn't the first game on the Master System?
Yeah, I was thinking more Phantasy Star, too, but...
Okay.
I mean, oh, shit. The, what's-a-majiggers? Nice. The Final Fantasies didn't have that, like, same art style, so...
I mean,
I'm gonna pull up that Kotaku article, because why the fuck not?
I'll be honest, I have ways of playing or Phantasy Star 1 through 4, but I just never got around to playing any of them yet.
Yeah, I have the Sega Genesis collection on the Vita, which has...
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it has 2, 3, 4. Because it doesn't have the first one. The one for
Game Boy Advance,
360.
Oh, that came with the first one.
The Sonic Genesis, the Sonic's Mega Collection or whatever for Sega
Sonic's
Genesis.
Ultimate Genesis Collection.
Yeah, that has 2, 3, and 4 on there, and then it has 1 as an unlockable.
Okay.
So that's on there, and yeah, the Game Boy Advance one is 1, 2, and 3.
Because I have the Game Boy Advance.
You skipped the best one.
Because I have the Game Boy Advance one, which has 1, 2, and 3 on it. And then I have Sega Genesis Collection. I actually have I still have the UMD for that, but that's 2, 3, and 4.
It is definitely a game series that I would play now with, like, save states.
Oh, okay. It's one of those just to be hard ones. We got Thunderbolt, by the way, which is the weapon for Cloudman. It shoots a shot for... It's kind of like Electric Spark from Mega Man X, where like when it hits something, it kind of shoots into 2 vertical shots, if I remember correctly.
Cool.
And that's the weakness for Junkman, so we're going to go after him next. Look at this guy.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, they just updated it. Because they updated it because Breath of the Wild has been out for a year, so now they're officially comfortable with ranking it.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Yes.
Wait, so they put it at number 1 basically just to stay in Nintendo's good graces while the game was still fresh, and then they decided to change their mind later now that they're not being paid for it? Is that what it is?
No, it wasn't in the ranking for a year, and now that it's been a year, they're putting it in the ranking.
Okay. And that's why
they're skipping the CDI games, they're skipping 4 Sword Adventures.
Why?
Nobody on staff had played it, apparently.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a main series game,
so here's the rankings. I'll go from worst to first, which is how they're doing. Number 16, Triforce Heroes. Of course we would build robot cockroaches in this future. Of course we would.
Triforce Heroes, I did not finish. That was okay.
All I've heard about Triforce Heroes is that it was bad, so I'm willing to go with that.
I guess incoming rant.
Oh dear!
Not incoming
One moment!
Okay.
I'm going to crack open this beer.
Alright, so... I think I've mentioned this on the channel before, but at some point, I had all the Zelda games. Mm-hmm. And I was like... I can't pride myself on owning all of these Zelda games without having played through them. And that was pretty much the time where I learned to hate games like Spirit Tracks and Skyward Sword.
Yes.
And then I played Triforce Heroes. Now, Triforce Heroes in single player is not that fun.
Okay. Oh, dear God.
I played through most of the game. I got to the final level, and I couldn't beat the final boss because of how the characters, because you have to switch between characters if you're playing single player, and there was such a delay and everything. It was like impossible to beat the last boss with one player. And that was the game that made me say fuck it, and I stopped playing it, and I traded in all of the Zelda games that I didn't like.
Wow. Okay, so it must be terrible then.
Now, to be fair, if I was... I have a feeling, though, if I was playing it multiplayer, I would have probably had a lot better time with it.
Okay.
It is a game that is very much made for multiplayer, and I think I was just playing it wrong. But I would probably put it on the bottom part of it as well.
Okay. Alright, so number 16, Triforce Heroes.
Right.
We'll see how much we agree with this.
Okay.
Jason Schreier.
We're calling you out.
We're calling you out,
Schreier.
bitch.
Oh,
Oh, God!
I made a mistake.
Instant karma.
Mistakes were made.
On our YouTube video that like 3 people will watch.
That's fine.
Number 15, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Or Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, sorry.
Yeah, that's one of my most hated games of all time, so I put that toward the bottom.
Number 14, The Legend of Zelda. Now, see, I disagree with this. I still think that the NES Zelda is better than many games in the Zelda canon.
I would agree with you. I don't like the first NES Zelda very much, but I wouldn't put it that low.
Okay.
Let me do another shot before we continue.
Rock on. Patrick is about to do another shot of pure ethanol. Just kidding.
Pure fuel.
It's fuel. It's Jim Beam Kentucky Fire.
I was actually making... Oh, that's good. That's a good reference. I was actually making a Stranger Things reference because I watched that recently.
Oh, good call. Yeah, no, that's good. Yes, Patrick watched Stranger Things finally, like everybody else.
And it was fantastic.
Such a good show.
It is. I can't wait for season 3 if that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, they're going to milk that.
They renewed for season 3 before season 2 even came out.
Yeah, no. You go into like Target or whatever and go into like their nerd section where they have like the Harry Potter stuff and like the Walking Dead stuff. They got a huge fucking Stranger Things section. Like they're gonna milk that.
Yeah, the acting and the writing was spot on.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. Okay, proceed with the list.
Okay, yeah. Number 13, Phantom Hourglass.
It's pretty much the same thing as Spirit Tracks, only a bit better, so I can buy that, yeah.
Okay. Apparently, you can't use buttons or something?
In both Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, it is full touchscreen control, and it's terrible.
Ugh.
The buttons, at the very least, in Phantom Hourglass, buttons can be used as shortcuts, but it is full touchscreen control, and it's bad.
Nice. Okay, so then you'll already see this. Number 12, Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Tracks
states that the reasoning here states that it's a little bit better than Phantom Hourglass because it doesn't have repeating dungeons.
Yes, it does.
It's the only thing that puts it above.
The gameplay progression is exactly the same as Phantom Hourglass. You do have a repeating dungeon that you go to every once in a while, and it's actually Spirit Tracks, as I've repeatedly stated, is my most hated game of all time.
Well, fuck you, Jason. Now we're getting into the you need to do your fucking research then, bitch. You get paid to do this. We're not even getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid to drink and play Mega Man. We do that for the fans.
Yeah, because we don't have enough subscribers or people watching our videos to get paid.
We're not what you call popular or
YouTube has standards.
YouTube has standards and practices.
And we'll only pay people if they have I would only be able to get paid if I had 1,000 subscribers and 400 average hours of watch time.
I'll subscribe to you.
You already did.
Times.
Oh, you can't do that.
I can be your hero, baby. All right. So anyway, back to the fucking countdown.
Number 11.
Number 11, Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I would put that down toward the bottom because the controls are terrible.
All right. I have not actually played Skyward Sword. I'm a bad Zelda fan. I should return my Zelda t-shirt because honestly, up to now I have played
2 of those games on that list.
2 of those games, Zelda 2 and Zelda 1. Although I have played the next game that's on the list. So
now, if you're interested at all in Skyward Sword, just watch a Let's Play or something because the story is really good.
Yep.
But the gameplay is terrible.
Okay.
Proceed.
Number 10, Twilight Princess.
I would place that more toward the top.
Yeah.
Not at the top, but like a little bit more toward that.
Reasons listed here, I'm just boiling down the paragraph after. Has interesting items and best dungeons in the series, but also has huge bloated tutorial and boring intro. Which is fair.
That's fair.
Number 9, the Minish Cap. Oh, you could have used that Minish Cap right there to transform into someone tinier and not get squished!
Minish Cap was okay. The thing I did not like about it was the random chance in the side content.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're getting into the middle now, so it's like, okay, these are pretty good.
It's a decent game. It's not one of my favorites, but it's just that Kinstone system is the thing that's holding me back from it.
Alright. Number 8, Ocarina of Time.
I would place that way higher.
Yeah. Although it's not as awe-evoking in 2018 as it was in 1998. Yes, it is. It holds up very well today, especially on 3DS. I agree with that.
Yes.
The 3DS version is pretty much...
It's pretty spectacular.
The definitive version of the game for me at this point.
Yeah.
Unless they come out with a Switch version that's basically an HD version of the 3DS version.
The 3DS version was worth the price for the Master Quest alone.
Yeah, it's worth buying a 3DS for.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Yeah, just do that.
So I played that. Number 7, Link Between Worlds.
I'm
like, Link Between Worlds was, like, pretty good, but I don't think it's better than Ocarina.
Actually, I could probably use the Rush Coil to get up here. What am I thinking? I liked Link Between Worlds, not as much as other games, but it's still pretty darn good for, like the 3DS game.
Yeah, I mean,
it
was good. It felt a little bit too much like... it almost felt sort of like the new Super Mario Brothers thing, where
Hold on. Is that my phone?
Yeah, I think so. We're treading sort of these, like, I'll keep ranting. We're treading these sort of, like, forced nostalgia paths, where it's like, hey, remember this thing? Oh, you're talking on the phone. Okay, I'll shut up.
Yes.
I believe I'll have some more beer.
Yeah, no problem.
By the way, guys, if you want to support the channel, please gift me platinum for into my Steam account for Warframe, because Daddy needs to buy some of those fancy new frames that spit poison and fly above the arena and things of that nature.
Yeah, apologies for the interruption there. That was my roommate.
No worries.
I'm just gonna do a jump cut real quick. My roommate has asked me to feed the dog.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and pause it here, and when we come back, we will be stinking fucking drunk. I'm kidding. And yeah, right. We'll keep going. We'll finish with the top 7 best video games of the Zelda variety, according to Bob Katakuman.
Be right back.
Right back. All right. And welcome back to part 7 of Steamed Hams.
Grado Goji and his crazy explanations. Soylent Greg is gonna need his medication.
I probably will need my medication. Fuck. Did I take my fucking acid reflux shit today? I think I did. I hope I did.
I don't know. I'm not your mom. I don't keep track of that shit.
I take anxiety medicine and acid reflux medicine.
You're a grown ass man. You gotta take care of that shit yourself.
I am a grown ass man.
He's like a grown up version of Kramer.
Boob man. Oh yeah, the ass man. I love that.
Actually, I probably shouldn't be using Thunderbolt all that much, because that's the weakness for the boss.
8 robot masters. At this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within Mega Man 7.
Yes.
Can I fight them?
No. I don't know why I love that meme so much.
I don't know. You know who Corey loves that meme. If you
Does he?
Look at Corey has posted so many different fucking steamed ham memes on Facebook.
Shit.
Oh shit, dude.
I slid right into that. I'm not on Facebook, so I haven't seen.
Okay. Alright, so we were doing Zelda games, if I recall properly.
Mm-hmm.
So number 7 was Link Between Worlds, which I think is a little bit higher than it deserves,
yes.
but whatever.
It's fine.
So, yeah, the list, honestly, has not been bad at this point.
Obviously, I can think of worse games.
I mostly agree with it, other than the egregious shelving of the NES.
I mean, obviously Link's Awakening is in the top half, so I'm going to be happy.
Number 6, Wind Waker.
I would put Wind Waker more toward the middle.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the Wii U remake did it a lot of favors.
Yes, it did.
And I think people are judging it on that more than they're judging it on the original.
That's fair, because I used to rate Wind Waker a lot lower, but the Wii U version fixed a lot of the issues that I had with the game. It just took out the semi-co-op part of it, which kind of sucks, and replaced it with something that's completely useless now because there's no Miiverse.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think to be fair, I think a lot of the reason why it's being ranked higher is because most people are ranking it off the newer version.
That's fine.
If we were talking about the original Wind Waker, if there was no remake, it would probably be ranked further back.
Yeah.
Numero 5. Majora's Mask.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right about the right spot for Majora's Mask, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I like Majora's Mask more than Ocarina of Time.
It's good. Number 4 is a double Oracle of Ages / Seasons.
That's fair, because they're basically two halves of the same game anyway.
It's Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue with Zelda.
Yeah, but they're. I mean, I would rate those a lot higher, in my opinion. But
higher than number 4?
Yeah, they're like
number 2.
Like 3. when I rank games in general, I rank them just below Link's Awakening.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Speaking of which, number 3, Link's Awakening. That would be your. I know that would be your number 1.
That's my number 1. Game of the year of all years, but I think it's a fair spot.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I honestly would put Link's Awakening near the top of any fucking list of games.
Right.
It's real good.
Yeah.
We played it on the channel.
Yes. And it was one of my favorite Let's Plays. It has all Rush titles.
It does. Speaking of which, the number 2 is also one that we had. We played on the channel. A Link to the Past.
Yep.
Which, honestly, that would probably be my number 1. That would probably be number 1 with Link's Awakening number 2 right behind it. Honestly,
I mentioned this before. I do consider A Link to the Past to be one of my favorite Zelda games, but I would probably rank it a little bit on the lower scale of my favorites. Like, it's still a fantastic fucking game.
Yeah, that's fine.
There are a lot of Zelda games I like a little bit more than that.
I honestly think it's the nostalgia factor that pushes it to number 1 for me.
All right.
It was one of the first games I owned for the Super Nintendo, and it was freaking amazing.
Because, I mean, coming from a standpoint of me, like, I never
owned No, the dog!
I never owned a Super Nintendo as a kid, so I didn't get to experience it until, like the emulator years. But still. Hey,
there are some Super Nintendo games I experienced on an emulator because I could never find the fucking things. Or I could never find them for less than $70. Hi, Chrono Trigger.
Why does Chrono Trigger cost so much? Because that wasn't a rare game.
It cost... all I remember is I could never buy it when I was a kid because it cost $70 at...
Well, cartridges were expensive back then.
So it ended up being one of the... I believe the very first game I ever played on an emulator was Chrono Trigger.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't think it should have been that much, but cartridges were expensive back then.
Yep. And, of course, because I'm sure you're wondering, oh, gee golly, what could it be? What could possibly be the number 1 Zelda game of all time?
Probably the most overrated game of all time.
The number 1 Zelda game, according to Kotaku, is, of course, Gone Home.
Was that Polygon? That
was Polygon.
Okay.
The best games of all time list, where Gone Home was
number
16. Was like 16. Yeah, ahead of Ocarina and all those things.
And Chrono Trigger.
But no, it's the new Zelda.
It's Breath of the Wild.
Yes, it is.
Now I will admit I didn't like it near. I mean, I subscribe to the camp that thinks it's a good game, but
it's a very good game.
I don't think it's as good as people say it is.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and rant first, then I'll rant.
I am going to give it another fair shot, because I did get it on the Switch.
Same.
And I am going to give it another fair shot on the Switch.
I will be honest, it is... I don't know what about it. Like, Corey said this, too. I don't know what it is about it, but it is just so much better on the Switch. Like, playing it in portable mode is just... It's like a revelation compared to the Wii U version. It also runs better than the Wii U version. Did you play the Wii U one?
That's how I first played it, was on the Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U one had a lot of slowdown in, like, weird spots.
I actually have drunk footage of Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Oh, nice. I have not encountered any slowdown in it on the Switch, although I play on the Switch, 90% of the time, at least that game.
Fucking goddamn it.
On the portable mode.
Well, I play... the thing with the Switch is that there are a lot of games that I've been playing on the Switch that I probably wouldn't have been playing otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, I just recently played through Bayonetta.
Oh, shit, yeah, you probably would not have played that.
I have not played Bayonetta before. I was not really interested in it at the time when it first came out on the 360.
It's so good.
And I was, like, even more disinterested, I guess, when it came out on the Wii U, but I'm like, I could probably play this on a portable system, and it's so fucking good! I don't know what was wrong with me.
Oh, it's probably... It is. It's...
Hideki Kamiya, you magnificent bastard!
My favorite, I love Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It's such a wonderful, ridiculous game, but Bayonetta pretty much is the gold standard for
Platinum games?
Spectacle fighting. Yeah, Platinum games and spectacle fighting, character action games, whatever you want to call those Devil May Cry type games where you're a person with combos.
I just call them Devil May Cry. But the thing is, when
the best one.
When Bayonetta first came out, why am I not moving? When Bayonetta first came out, I just kind of dismissed it as just like a Devil May Cry clone, because I didn't know that the guy who made it was the guy who made Devil May Cry.
The guy who made Devil May Cry, yeah.
So I didn't think of it that way, so I just basically dismissed it like a lot of other Devil May Cry clones, like God of War!
Yeah, God of War.
Just for the record, I did play God of War recently. I didn't care for it as much. I don't understand why it was so popular. But Bayonetta is really, really good.
Oh, it's amazing. You should play it at some point on the channel. But the second one, because I still haven't beaten the second one. So.
I made a decision not to start the second one yet, because I kind of want to play other games in between. I've actually gravitated back more toward my 3DS lately. I've been trying to get back into playing other games on the Switch, and I'm just like... It's just games that I started but haven't finished. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I have like my current run of Skyrim... And Yooka-Laylee.
Oh, hey, it's my life. You get Junk Shield. I buy all of this junk and it gives my life meaning.
Yeah, Junk Shield is like one of those sort of shield weapons. Like,
No, you don't say!
Fuck you. Like, like Leaf Shield or Star Crash, something like that.
Yeah.
The difference here is that when you push the fire button again, because there's like 3 projectiles that surround you, they shoot off outward. They all shoot off in different directions.
Yeah.
So now we've got Freeze Man.
I was going to talk about Zelda. I forgot to talk about Zelda. I keep coming back to things that were 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
sorry.
By the way, you're going to love the name of the weapon we get here when you see it.
Oh, excellent. I'm looking forward to it. I really like the new Zelda. I do. What's interesting, and I was telling Aaron this the other day as I was playing it, is that...
Aaron's his wife.
Yeah, Aaron is my wife, sorry.
My wife!
My wife!
I didn't mean to assume that insinuate that she was my wife.
She's Borat.
I was making a Borat reference that
I'm from Kazakhstan.
I haven't seen that movie.
You haven't seen that movie?
No.
Oh, it's good.
I'm not the biggest Sacha Baron Cohen fan.
A little dated now, I think, but...
I'm not the biggest Sacha Baron Cohen fan, in all honesty, but...
Proceed. Oh yeah, the thing that's interesting about it is I really like it, but the reasons I like it have almost nothing to do with why I like the Zelda series in general.
Well, that's because it's an Elder Scrolls clone.
It's very open. I don't think it's a perfect game. I don't think it's quite... I mean, I think it's a really good game. I don't think it's as good as the praise it's been heaping on it.
I don't think it's 10 out of 10.
In particular...
I'd give it an 8 out of 10 in all honesty, not 10out of 10.
Well, there are some things in it that are just awesome. There are moments in it that are great, and there are things I like. I love the shrines. I love the fact that it's an open world game.
Yes.
That is the only open world game that I've played other than The Witcher 3 that doesn't feel like a constant succession of busy work.
Okay.
Even games that otherwise are really good, like Horizon Zero Dawn, I feel like the open world aspect kind of brings them down a bit because it just feels like I have this checklist of like side content that I can or can't do.
Right.
Zelda sidesteps that completely. I will say, I'm playing it on the Switch right now. I have done one of the 4 beasts, the Zora one, and I am in the Gerudo one, the desert one.
Okay.
And that's
farther than I've gotten.
I really did. I will say I really just detest the quote unquote dungeons in the game. The parts where you go inside the beasts and it's sort of like
a
an
mini
old
dungeon.
school Zelda dungeon. It's like a mini dungeon where you have to move things around
right.
and activate like a bunch of shrines and then go fight a boss. I really dislike it.
Now, I'm going to disagree with you there. I did play through, like I said, I played through the Zora one as well when I was on the Wii U.
Mm.
I actually had fun with it. I didn't think
it's a bunch of corridors that all look the same, and it looks exactly the same as the second one that I'm doing.
But I mean, no, I still had fun with like the elephant
shit.
one. The thing I will say, the thing I will say though is that the payoff wasn't worth it because you just get a heart container.
Yeah, you get a heart container. I mean, I understand that the payoff is that you get the 4 divine beasts to use to weaken Ganon or whatever at the end of the game.
I don't know anything about that, but god damn it.
Well, the
can't
game.
get that
I mean, that's
until
not
later.
really a spoiler. The game straight up tells you, you can go fight Ganon, but you're not strong enough. You need to awaken the 4 divine beasts to help you kill Ganon.
Though technically,
that's not really a spoiler.
You can beat Ganon like first thing if you want.
You can, but it's incredibly hard.
The main thing that's holding back the game for me, I don't like the combat.
You don't like the combat? See, I love the combat.
It's a lot like how I would imagine. Like, I haven't played any Souls games, as many people will know.
Yeah, you're not a big Souls guy. I'm hoping you end up picking up it for the Switch. I'm
still very much on the fence about that. I really don't know if I'm going to get it.
I would gladly, if you would try it, I would gladly gift you like Dark Souls 2 the next time it's on sale for like $10 on the PlayStation. They're pretty cheap. They're pretty cheap now. Souls 3, the complete version with all the DLC is like $30 now. So they are getting cheaper.
But basically the way that I see it is that the combat is a lot like what I imagine a Souls game is like, with a lot of dodging and stuff. And I'm just not good at that sort of combat. Like I mean, forgive me for still being used to trying for it to be, a Zelda game.
This is fair.
But I feel that the combat is vastly unbalanced against the player. And because you have all these enemies that can, with a standard hit, do 7 heart containers worth of damage to you.
Which enemies are these?
The Lionels.
Oh, yeah, of course. But the Lionels are big and bad.
Yeah, but the Lionels, you can counter them since there's really no... there's no official order as to where you can go. You can very much encounter these enemies at the very beginning of the game when you still have 3 heart containers. And as much as I love the shrine system...
Mm-hmm.
The progression of getting your heart containers and your stamina meter up is very, very slow.
This is true.
And you have to rely a lot on the crafting system to give yourself, temporary heart containers in order to survive, one hit from something.
Now, what's interesting is I don't think I've done that, hardly at all.
I did that a lot.
To regain my health. I typically have been using the thing that you get after you... I've been relying a lot on the thing that you get after you... beat the Zora boss, that Mifa's Grace or whatever that resurrects you once every half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use
That's really good.
Fuck it.
Excuse me. And I don't want to say that it's like Dark Souls because
Dark Souls more than I do.
One of the things I say that because one of the things that's become a fucking cliche among quote-unquote gaming journalism is to compare everything to Dark Souls, but it's clear that there's a little bit of Dark Souls influence in there.
Okay.
Definitely in the fact that you can, wander into it's possible if you go off the beaten path that's pointed out to you that you can walk into a situation that's way too challenging for you. That's something that the first Dark Souls does.
And I'm not trying to name drop Dark Souls like, oh, this is the Dark Souls of Zelda games. I mean, it seems like something that it's like I would imagine Dark Souls' combat to be like that.
Right. I think it's undeniable that game takes a lot of influences from all sorts of, from the Souls games, because
they're
Assassin's
popular.
Creed.
Yes,
there's a little bit of The Witcher in there, honestly, with the whole crafting potions to increase your attack or to give you make you invincible to electric stuff. That's sort of like alchemy is something that happens in The Witcher too.
I used crafting a lot for basically just for buffs, so I could survive attacks.
One of the things that's very Souls-like that I like is there's really a feeling of progression as you get stronger. Mm-hmm. Like, the first areas near, the Zora where there's, the Moblins or whatever that are camped. At the very beginning of the game, those guys can push your shit in. But by the time where I'm at now, if I go back to the Moblin lands with my, Knight's Shield and my, 30 damage, Guardian Swords and,
just one second.
And Lizalfo's Glaives and shit. Freeze, Cracker! I love it!
High five.
You get Freeze, Cracker!
I know everyone's made that joke, but since this is the first time Greg has seen this game, I thought he would get a kick out of that.
Yeah, and it's got the thing where you go back and you just, destroy them, and there's this great feeling of progression, which is something that happens in Dark Souls too, particularly the first one, because the world is so interconnected that you end up going back through other areas as shortcuts. And you'll go to the Undead Burg at the beginning of Dark Souls, and the enemies there will murder you over and over again. And by the time you're 2/3 done with the game, you can just walk right back through the Undead Burg and just crush everything.
I think it may be just I was having a lot of noob blues.
Blues?
Is that a
maybe there's some hype fatigue.
There's a lot of that was the main reason that I was trying to stay away as much as I could from Super Mario Odyssey, because everyone hyped that Breath of the Wild up to hell, and then I bought it and played it, and I was not impressed, and I'm fairly sure Mario Odyssey was much more the same. And Mario Odyssey is fucking amazing.
I was going to say, Mario Odyssey is legitimately a game that if I was ranking the Mario games, it would not be number 1, but it would be in the top 5.
In all honesty,
it's that fucking good.
I had to think about it. I think that's my favorite Mario game now.
Really?
My favorite Mario game before was Mario 64.
Mario 64 will always, unless some VR Mario game comes out that sucks my dick while I conquer the Mushroom Kingdom. Then Mario 64, nothing is ever going to top being 12 years old and opening up my fucking Nintendo 64 and putting in Mario 64 and being like, holy shit, it's in 3D. Mario is walking around outside the castle. Oh my god, we're in the future. This is the coolest thing ever. Nothing's ever going to top that for me.
Just an aside here, this mini stage here is basically an homage to all the last games.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
The music
We're not
progression.
Even talking about the fucking game.
The music started off with Snake Man's theme, and then it goes through. That's this Snake Man song there. Then it goes into Guts Man's theme.
Nice.
And then that's from Mega Man 2. Which one was that? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
This is Guts Man.
Yeah, that's Guts Man.
Heat Man.
Heat Man, thank you.
And in the background, there's Snake Man and Blizzard Man and
Escaped Man,
Pharaoh Man,
and
Heat Man right there. And
hey, Heat Man.
Background, you see there's Flame Man right there.
And that empty one is for you,
Plant Man. But you'll actually see when we come into the boss area here.
Hey, it's Gutsman!
Gutsman was the one that was in that capsule that Dr. Wily broke out, so he's taking Gutsman away.
I'm not doing anything. You're doing something. You don't see nothing.
And Skullman...
Freeze, Cracker!
Skullman and Ringman are in the back. There.
And
this is a mini-boss. It's just like a clown thing. It's not Clown Man, because Clown Man is a Robot Master from Mega Man 8.
The fuck, Biscuits?
We'll be seeing him later in this LP, but I don't know if Greg will see him.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna say,
you have to hit him
I hate to bring this up, but you're not doing any damage to that boss.
You have to hit him like precisely in the head. It's a pain in the ass, especially if you're intoxicated a little bit like I am.
Sever your head, please, Clown Man. It's the greatest day.
It's not Clown Man.
You're about to die.
That's fine.
You died.
That's okay.
Big red bloody "You are dead" appears on the screen.
Sever your leg, please, sir. It's the greatest day. I'm surprised Homestar Runner is technically still around, but
that was what were we talking about?
Video games. We were talking about
Mario 64,
and Breath of the
Mario
Wild.
Odyssey.
Shit. This guy is a pain.
Yeah, somebody. I know you don't ever go on Facebook and you don't ever look at that push your glasses up, they drooping. But somebody was doing a poll on there a little bit ago about the best game soundtracks, and
Chrono Trigger.
I said
there are actually way too many great game soundtracks from the
I said Guilty Gear XX, Mario 64, and Undertale. And I stand by that. That's pretty gold standard for me.
I can think of way too many. I mean, like, Chrono Trigger is one. Chrono Cross is one.
Oh, hell yeah. Chrono Cross's intro is so good.
Because you said you've never played Chrono Cross, but
But I know how to play the intro theme on guitar.
Because Chrono Cross was a very polarizing game. There are a lot of people that don't like that game.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wanted you to get that one in the
I thought you wanted me to. I thought you were really hoping for Persona 3, in all honesty.
Oh, that too. Oh, I was hoping for like 2/3 of them, to be honest. But that, and I wanted to see if Illusion of Gaia was like I remembered it when I was a kid.
But like,
he'll never be head of a major corporation.
That's no way to get ahead in life.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead! The Lord of Murder shall perish.
Okay, so, basically what I was going for was,
Oh, yeah, you were talking, sorry.
Because...
I'm a bastard, sorry.
My friend Andrew, is one who says he does not like Chrono Cross at all. But it's, like, one of the best soundtracks he's ever heard. Is basically what I was going with that.
It's one of those games I want to try.
You can get it on your Vita.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a game I recommend. It's one of my favorites.
You can get all of the classic PlayStation 1.
You can get a lot of PlayStation 1s, including the classic, so...
Yes, that's true.
You can get, like all of those, like, crappy Disney titles.
Oh, yeah. Not the good Disney titles, either.
Well, I mean, I think the good Disney titles are still on there, but, like, a bunch of them that... I mean, I haven't played them, but I've seen reviews on them, and they're not very good. From what those people said. I mean, I don't know.
Why is
I haven't
he standing
played
in a wind tunnel?
He's not.
He had his majestic side... I don't even know what you... They're not sideburns. His side hair.
His
I don't
hair.
know what the fuck you'd call that.
His hair.
Bald on top. Dr. Wily killed the world because he's bald. And he hates us.
So I would just call that the rest of it, like, just his hair. That's all the hair he has.
Team Wily. Dr. Wily was right.
Nah. I think Wily's an asshole. I don't like Wily.
Light is right.
Well, Dr. Light is, I mean, not an asshole. And he talks funny in Mega Man 8, so... He's got the funniness factor going for him.
I'm pretty sure the robots are just tired of us trying to constantly have sex with them. Because you know that's what would happen in the... Kill it! Oh, thank God! In the robot future.
Maybe in your robot future, Greg.
Look, all I'm saying is... We only see the combat robots in this Mega Man world, but you know they made some robots to look like sexy women and hunky men. And they're not the ones who are rampaging through the middle of the city.
Well, this game was...
They're chilling in their penthouse suites.
This game was developed by Japanese people, so...
It was, exactly.
There you go.
The Last Tsundere.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go there, but...
No, Yandere. Sorry, my bad.